Right, so travel vloggers from different parts of Africa are busy sharing their stories. They are doing things. Welcome back, Entertainment Daily lovers. Today we are going to be talking about one of the travel vlogger from Africa, motherland, but Kenya to be specific. We are talking about none other but African Tigress. All right, so if you've been following African Tigress journey, you know that the lady has been traveling a lot. She's been to a lot of places and she is counting. But she has decided to share a little bit of her life story to kind of encourage the upcoming people that will be coming up, the younger ones that are coming up behind, that might want to take to content creating, that might want to go into her own niche, not just creating content, but go into her own niche by being travel vloggers, or people that are already planning but they don't know where to start from. She just wants to encourage people to know that it is never easy, but you cannot allow certain things to define your life. So yes, this is what as she prepared for her next trip. She has been showing videos when she's packing and all of that. So let's just dive right into what African Tigress had to share with us. But before we even get right in, please do not forget to subscribe, turn on notification if you are enjoying the YouTubers gist that we're bringing to you. Okay, so that being said, African Tigress shared this and said, "Today my emotions are on overdrive as I chase down a childhood dream." Did you hear that? A childhood dream. Don't we all dream when we're kids, when we're younger? Okay, don't just let your dream die. Keep pushing. Anyways, let's continue. Said, "As I chase my childhood dream, back then, my folks couldn't foot the bills for pilot school, let alone my travels. But here I am, global trotting to sport, global trotting to sports I only knew from school books." All self-sponsored. She's telling you she is traveling, and not only traveling, she's going to places that she had only heard about in her school books when she was a little girl growing up, going to school. You read about different places, countries, and all of that, and you just feel like this is a fantasy. It will never come true. But African Tigress is telling you that today she is visiting those places that she used to see in her school book as a little girl. And not only that she is doing it, but she is actually the one sponsoring it, because she said all self-sponsored. Full stop. She said, "The journey into the skies, a triumph over financial barrier. Grateful vibe all around. Lord, thanks a million for turning the impossible into my reality. Let's go to country 43 out of 197." So it seemed like the goal is to visit all 197 countries. And right now she is on number 43. So she is doing absolutely well. Now, if you're a young person hearing this that African Tigress shared, she also shared something else on her community post that I would love to touch down a little bit on. And that is what she said. If you are growing as a person, you should always try your best to carry your friends along. If you want to see quote for quote, word for word, then go to her community post and read that for yourself. She said, if you are growing, always carry your friends along. It shouldn't always be competition. If everybody around you is also growing, it is a good thing. And I absolutely agree with African Tigress on this one. If you are growing and you have friends around you that are still struggling, please lift them up with you as you go. It is better when everyone is doing well, because sometimes you might feel like you are the one that is at the top right now. But if you're smart enough to pull other people along with you, someday nobody knows the obstacles, nobody knows the challenges they will face tomorrow. Just as when you go to sleep, the next day is not guaranteed. Some people go to sleep and they don't wake up the next day. But when you face these obstacles, it could be financial, it could be health wise, nobody knows. But those people that you have carried along throughout your journey will remember to stand in for you, support you, and pull you back up because nobody ever knows tomorrow. There are so many examples I can give, but one will ask, why are you even talking about this? I'm talking about this because this is coming from a content creator, and trust me, we do not even have enough. But yet, some people act like, oh my goodness, this thing is for me. YouTube is big enough to contain everyone because the amount of people coming in and the amount of content is not even enough. People are binge watching. People have more time to focus on YouTube and all of that. So do not feel like it is a competition. Do not feel like if you pull people around you up, if you introduce people to this YouTube thing so they can also be financially stable, it could be friends, it could be family members, it could be random people, could be someone from your church, from your school, for a walk, from anywhere. But if you can introduce someone and the person can actually benefit, imagine. Now this will also bring us to the next story that we want to share, which is another YouTuber, a travel vlogger, that granted an interview and said something similar to what she is saying. And in the sense that these travel vloggers now that you see, African Tigress and the rest of them, they were not always financially comfortable. They are not all from homes where their parents were financially stable. But look where they are today. They are able to sponsor trips. A lot of them, they've got stuffs. They've invested in things, even if they are not showing all of their investments. Some of them shows little of the things that they do, or they talk about a little bit of what they do because they really don't want to share so much. But you can see that listening to their story from where they were coming from, how parents were struggling, not always having, to them now traveling, doing things. Some of them are even into charity, giving back to the society, helping others. I just hope that older people can also learn one or two things. Some person might say, they're doing this, they're doing that. Look, nobody is perfect at the end of the day. And we're not here to say who is perfect and who is not perfect. But the message here is, if African Tigress can do it, you out there that feels like, oh my goodness, I really want to do so much, but I have not gotten the money, I have not gotten anything, just keep believing, keep pushing, keep walking toward that goal. And someday you will be in the shoes of African Tigress, where you will be able to now reflect back on your growing up, on you when you were a little girl, those things that you always wanted to do. As everybody got dreams, everybody got aspirations and everything. So keep it going, and that's just what I wanted to share on this video with you guys. And you people will be seeing more of contents like this. We're not only going to be doing reaction videos where we're going to be giving people basketballs and all of that, but when it's time for us to call someone out now, a lot of people say, oh, you on this video you were singing this person's praises, and just look, if you do something good, we will talk about it. If you do something bad, we will still discuss it. If we have to call you out in order to correct you, we will do that. That is our job here on YouTube, okay? Because we do reaction videos, celebrity gist, YouTubers stuff and all of that, but we're bringing more of YouTubers content this period. You guys will be seeing more of celebrity content much later, but for now we're focusing on YouTubers all around, okay, home and abroad. Thank you so very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.